start working on getting the fuel tank in here. And the hardest part about putting the fuel tank in is this is the fuel pickup unit. And that will go in here, that part of the tank. But it's really hard to get that thing in there. And once you put the fuel tank in from here, you have to put the sending unit in from up here. That's why you have to take the steering off and bring the sending unit in from the top side to get it to fit inside of that hole. Okay, so I wanted to show you this a little bit better. There might be some resistors inside of there. They're going to be on top of the board here. But anyway, that's where the resistors are at. And every time this thing passes by the resistors, that's what sends a signal to the gas gauge about how much fuel is going to be in here. When you turn the petcock to the on position, that is going to make the fuel line here. So this one here is on. It says right there, on. So that's going to turn on this fuel line. Now you notice that that one there doesn't come all the way to the very bottom. The whole hole stops way up inside of there. This is all the way to the very bottom of the fuel tank. So the bottom of the fuel tank is sitting right here. So when it gets to that level, the fuel stops getting picked up by the main fuel line. So then your watercraft runs out of fuel. So then you know you're got to go to reserve. So you switch the petcock over to reserve, and then it pulls fuel out of this one, which we go all the way up to the top. It has RES inscribed or cast into the top part. So that's your reserve line. And that one there will suck fuel all the way to the bottom of the fuel tank. And then once you are stuck in air, then you know you're out. And I'm going to clean up this filter screen just a little bit more. And then I'm going to go ahead and snap that puppy back on, and we're going to install this thing. Well, all right, we got the oil tank and the fuel tank in. All right, I'm gonna put a different fuel line on here, something without a filter. We don't want filters on these 2 cycles. I'm gonna order another grommet for the bottom of this oil tank too, before I fill it up with oil and that kind of stuff. And then I'm also gonna get a different, I ordered a really cheap shut off petcock on here. Let's see if I have right. Yeah, here it is. It's one of these plastic things from, I don't know, like Jet Ski Plus or something like that. It is crap. It leaks so bad. I had it on one of these on my other SeaDoo, my 96, and it just leaked through all the fittings really, really bad. So I'm gonna spend like twice as much money and get a aluminum one, one that works works like it's supposed to. Get rid of that piece of crap, and then other than that, I had a couple places where the bolts came through the hull, so I resealed them things up with silicone, and another hole way in the back there somewhere too, by the where the bilge plug comes out, like where these screws in here, they go through the hull too as well. So I've sealed them up too as well. But anyway, that was a pretty good, successful night. Happy with what I got done. Tomorrow night, that stuff will be dried, and I'll throw the electronics in, and then I'm actually gonna start thinking about putting together the bottom end of that motor pretty soon. So anyway, that's all I got for now. We'll talk to you next time.